All right, traders, today is March 18, 2024. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up with me, John Kerrigan. Let's take a look at some charts. First chart we're going to look at, well, let's just continue with Hood. Hood is bullish on the daily right there. See, no question about it. Is that a top? I don't think so, but it may be. Okay, bullish on the daily. On the 2-hour, we have a 2-hour uptrend, still holding right there, just consolidating in there. In the 10-minute, we had some 10-minute uptrend earlier today, and then they kind of lost it. Consolidating between a VWAP pinch, as Joanne pointed out, between the all-time high anchored VWAP and just the regular daily VWAP. So we're getting pinched. Moving averages are consolidating in here. Should be a breakout either up or down. We'll see what it wants to do. It may want to come down here. It may want to break out. Market's still bullish. I don't know if Hood is in the financials. Let's just look at XLF before we hit the other charts. XLF, still bullish on the daily chart. Bullish on the 2-hour. Yes, we lost it for a little while there. Bullish on the 2-hour, but just consolidating. You got all three moving averages. You see the 17, the 3, excuse me, and the 8, all conglomerating right through here. So we're bullish on the 2-hour. So we'll see what Hood wants to do. XLF is bullish. You know, if they don't know which way to go, somebody stick up a road sign. You move up. We'll see what happens. There's XLF. All right, let's hit some indices here. First, we'll start off with SPY. SPY on the daily charts. Pick up a clean chart. That one's kind of messy. All right, clean chart. Higher low, higher high, gapped up and just sold off for most part of the day. All right, remember we turned into a downtrend down here, so gap up, sell off for the most part. In the 2-hour chart, let's find it right there. 2-hour chart, you got the 3 crossed over the 8, but really didn't give us but one play. It had a MMRP on the 10-minute first thing in the morning, and after that was done, the third candle, it was sayonara for the bulls for the most part. You know, it was the up, pull back, find support, and then you got 3 10-minute candles MMRP. After that was over, it's done for the bulls. Were done for the day. It's like they washed their hands and went home. So there's SPY, still bullish on the daily chart. Okay, so let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ, gap up, same thing as SPY. Higher low, higher high, but closing inside the bearish trap on the daily chart and underneath the 17. So lower high, lower low. QQQ in a downtrend. FNGU. Okay, let's go on over here. Same thing, gap up. Flew up for probably 30 minutes and then faded for the rest of the day. So higher low, higher high. Closing above the bearish trap and above the 17 EMA, trying to fight off the downtrend. Just bull flagging since February 12th, right there. If you look at February 12th, you know, it's just been a move over to the right. So you can see here's FNGU, higher low, higher high. Just bull flagging. It's in a downtrend because we made lower low down here. Lower high, lower low. So FNGU in a downtrend, but in a bullish flag. All right, so let's take a look at IWM. All right, so here's IWM. IWM is going to remain bullish till they break this pivot right here, 196.58. Price action today for IWM. We got, let me just see what the high is here, 203.08. High over here, 203.18. So we got a higher high and a lower low, and expanding volatility. Price action kind of gapped up and then sold off for the rest of the day. Not a good sign. Bearish engulfing in reality right here on IWM. Closing below, bearish trap below 17, just above the uptrend line. Will that uptrend line hold? Well, we're going to find out this week. So there's IWM. Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow still bullish. Nice uptrend going on in Diamond Dow. Price action for today. Lower high, higher low. Kind of an inside day. Closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. Let's take a look at our technicals. All right, T2122. We were left off. We were in the chop zone. We finished. We were between the two chop zones. So here's the buyer's chop zone up top. Here's the seller's chop zone on the bottom. We left off in between the two chop zones. We finished off in between the two chop zones. So nothing really accomplished today. We went up here. We tried to break into the buy zone. Just couldn't get it done. We did make a higher low. We did make a higher high. And after that, it was sayonara for the bulls. T2123. I want the 15 minute, and I don't want it that tight. All right, 15 minute. Okay, T2123. Price action. Bullish at the beginning of the day. Found a high. And then it was sayonara for the bulls. Again, back to VWAP and below. So T2123. 3-bar chart. We have price action and trend indicator getting consolidating right here. Still got some room to move up. IWM still bullish. I'm still looking forward to seeing IWM come up here and attack those all-time highs right up here, 635.19. So it's looking good so far on the weekly. But let's take a look at the 3-bar because that's the one we were watching. And price consolidating. But notice here, everything's still green since March 12th. So while the FNGU has been cooling off and bull flagging, looks like the rest of the market, NYSE, maybe IWM, has been moving up. So there's T2123 3-bar. On the FNGU indicator, big gap up, found our way, finally got over this falling 200 or flat 200, found our way up, meandered back to VWAP. VWAP couldn't hold us. Found our way back to the flat 200, and we just closed on top of that flat 200. So that's going to be bullish for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. If the large caps can keep another move up like this or consolidate and then put another move in. So here's the uptrend, and uptrend is still intact right there, but still in a bull flag there for FNGU. All right, so that's the 15 minute. All right, let's go take a look at precious metals. All right, we'll start off with silver. Silver, lower high, lower low, still bullish in an uptrend, closing above the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. GLD, today's price action, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. Let's take a look at our energy. Start off with USO, that's petroleum crude oil, is in an uptrend. So ever since this higher low, we came off a double bottom, then a triple bottom, created that higher low, and ever since this day right here, this thing's been in an uptrend. So it's getting kind of high. I like to see it cool off for just a little bit, maybe a month, a week, 2 weeks, and then pick it up. All right. I like the idea. That's really good for the energy stocks to see that they're finally going to get some better cash flow for their products. All right, so we got higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the rising 17. If you look at it, we kind of got like a base breakout right through here. You can see all this consolidation right through there. And here we are kind of breaking out if we just extend this over. So here's a breakout right over these highs. Right there, you got a wick, you got a wick, that's a candle that gapped up, and then if you ask me, that would qualify as yet again another wick. So there's price action breaking out over through resistance. Can it find support? Maybe it did right here. So here's a move up. Maybe it found support, moved up, and now it's moving up again. Maybe another move higher, up to $80 come tomorrow or the following day. We'll see. USO, that MMRP pattern could play out, bringing us up to $80. Let's take a look at UNG. All right, nat gas in a downtrend ever since it made a lower low right here. Okay, this was the low on February 23rd, and then we made a lower low 3 days ago on March 13th. Okay, so then we've got ourselves in a downtrend because we made a lower low. All right, so you got price action making a higher low for the day, okay, but still in a downtrend, and a higher high closing inside the bearish trap underneath probably a falling 17 EMA, maybe flat. I'm just going to call it falling because those dots do look lower and lower. So there's UNG. Let's take a look around the horn and we'll take a peek at SMH. Do we have sector rotation? That looks like a top. We'll see if it is. All right, so what do we have here for? We don't have a lower low yet. We don't have a downtrend. We do have consolidation. For price action today, we have a gap up higher, so we got a higher low and a higher high, but price closed under a bearish trap, but above the 17, so between the trap and the flat 17 on SMH. So there's our semiconductors, all right? So usually the semis kind of lead the XLK. Let's take a look at XLK. All right, kind of bull flagging right through here. Still in an uptrend, hasn't broken any lows yet. Maybe this one. I'm not even going to count it, but I mean, you can if you want to. It's kind of iffy right there on Friday. Price action for today, higher low, higher high, closing below the bearish trap, below the flat 17. Maybe we do have sector rotation. We'll see what happens. That's XLK. That's our technology sector. So we got a high up here, got a right shoulder, got a left shoulder, and got a 3 crossing underneath the 8. To me, it looks more bull flaggish. Let's put the quad lines in, see where we are. You know, they're trying to hold this midpoint right here, midfield. Okay, the 50-yard line. They're struggling with it. Okay, be nice if they were in the upper third. That would be somewhere above this line right here. Okay, they're struggling, trying to hold. They get up there, they lose it. They get up there, they lose it. So be nice to see XLK hold that upper third. And they're struggling with that right now. It may be a sign of sector rotation. We'll see. Not saying it is, just saying we'll see. There's XLK. All right, let's take a look at XLF one more time. XLF in an uptrend, price action, higher low, lower high, closing in above the bullish trap over the rising 17. XLF just keeps rocking. I think XLF all-time high is 4170. I think they're on a mission. Take out 4170. If that's the case, SPY could be moving up yet again. So we'll see what happens. SPY gapped up, didn't go anywhere today. It just broke down at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens there. XLF, last one, IYT, transports. Transports, taking it on the chin here. Lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap, and a hooking 17 EMA right there. Here's the last low, and you can see we got below that. IYT transports now entering downtrend status right there on the transports. All right, traders, that's it for today. I will see everybody in video land out here tomorrow 8 o'clock in the morning. Everybody in the room, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll be here doing the morning market conditions and analysis. Thank you, everybody out there in video land that comments, leaves kind words, subscribes, clicks the bell icon so you're notified. Thank you so much for all of your participation. I love all of you, all right? So everybody have a wonderful evening. We'll see each other tomorrow, all right? Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.